Hey y'all, it's Ryukin here, and welcome to the video responding regarding to this little DIY versatile finder right here. So there's been like a few people right here asking me how to make a tutorial on this thing right here, and of course I kinda comment on. But well, although I don't want to break this little masterpiece right here that I made, so all that I want to do for my press is to make an explanation and preparing the materials and making a guide on how to do it. Let's get right into the actual point right here of this video. So, and what about the materials and the key elements to make this thing possible? So we're going to start with the materials of what did I use to make this thing right here. So first of all, right here you can see that I have the 150-gram black paper right here as a casing, and you can see that the casing itself right here, it looks pretty stylish and it is pretty cool, you know, like just like the cameras from the 50s and the 70s, I think. But although it gives me a stylish look, but as it gets older, you can see the degrading there, just like the old cameras. Of course, the 150-gram black paper right here, it does pretty work out for me on this camera. And if you don't want to use this kind of a paper right here, you can also use this hardened paper right here for the DIY or whatever you want it if you want to. But this one here, except it would require lots of hard work to do on that, since the hardened paper right here is non-foldable, unlike the 150-gram one right here. So you might have to make the blueprint of this thing right here from scratch, and then you can write it on this hardened paper right here, and then you can make a cut off out of it. So, but although the materials are here, they're on depends, so it's just the casing, you know. So it depends on the casing. If you want a 3D printed case, you can like make it yourself in Blender. Sorry if I was having a sore throat. Like if you want to 3D print the casing of this thing right here, you can also use the Blender right here to make the model of your choice, and then you can slop and slap in all the materials right here inside the casing. So that also works too, but this one here would require lots of hard work to do on that. But since this right here, I made it from the 150-gram black paper right here, so I made this like in a few days, including the QC, doing all of the stuff, and it creates this little masterpiece right here, and it achieved this look. So you can see my hand above there, but although you can't really tell that it is mirror, so I'm going to get this Fujifilm right here to work. So you can see the Fujifilm right here right now is on mirror. It is completely fine. But if I put the Fujifilm right here over it, you can see the Fujifilm, it is completely mirror. So you see. So it is how the wax level finder works. So, and all about the materials and the casing right here. So you can either use the 150-gram back paper right here, or you can also use the cardboard paper right here, or you can use Blender right here to make your own casing, and then you can 3D print all of it if you want to. So the materials right here, I'm not serious about the materials because, you know, it depends on you. So if you want to use a cardboard paper right here, you can, but of course you might have going to like make the sections and the parts for it to make it possible, like what you see here. It really depends on your tools and what you have right here. So the important tool to make this thing right here, it is scissors and some double-sided tape like this, like what I did on this little masterpiece right here to get it all to work. So yep. And what about the key elements to make this thing work? So first of all right here, this right here, it uses the macro lens to focus the image, and then as the lens right here get into the 45-degree mirror, which this thing right here is really important to reflecting the image right here to the lens. And then it goes all the way up, and I added the magnifying glass right here to make the image right here more clearer and has more clarity to it. So, and again, the image right here, it is going to be mirrored, so it's not going to be accurate, but it will do the job. So, achieving the raster final look. But although it doesn't have any depth of field or anything, so the only image that you can achieve right here is just a dark look from the lens. So it doesn't have any depth of field, or it doesn't have anything like you can achieve on the camera lens these days. And the only image right here that you're going to achieve, it is just a dark view from the lens itself, just like what you're seeing, but except you're viewing it on this little camera. So how simple is that? But and about the materials right here that you're going to need, it depends. So depends on the materials what you have, or if you want to 3D print the casing and you can put the mirror and the magnifying glass and lens stitched together, that's okay. So, and if you want to use my reference right here as the instance to make your own camera like this, so I can actually make an overview right here what it looks like. So you can like take a screenshot of this part right here, and then you can go out doing the blueprint of the thing right here. So okay, that's enough screenshotting. So, well, so and if you want to make this camera right here look like me, you can also use the previous part right here where I have made an overview on this thing right here, and you can screenshot of those, and then you can put it into your painting app, and then you can actually like make the reference of it if you want to. The important key elements for this thing to make it possible, it is the lens, the 45-degree angle mirror, and then the magnifying glass. And in this case right here, I have the flat mirror right here being mounted onto this camera, so I kind of have the angle right here to 45 degree to make it more like a raster finder, you know. And it does achieve the image right here pretty well, so not gonna lie. That's why I really satisfied with pretty much when I first got this thing to make. And of course I did actually put it onto the real world test, and of course it turns out that it works pretty well. So it's just like of how the raster camera look these days. So it's doing a pretty good job at pointing the camera towards the stuff right here. And this has been the response video regarding to the DIY raster camera right here that I made. And of course, just like what I said, the materials right here, it depends. So it depends on you, and it depends on the design. So many of you guys right here might have, like, you know, the different design. Like, it's a bit different from what I have here. And of course, I just want to tell y'all that there's no right or wrong in your designing. So you can actually make your own raster camera like this, or you can use your materials right here that you have found in anywhere around the house or anywhere. Or if you want to buy all the materials right here, that's okay. If you are like low on money or what, so you can buy the materials right here that's going to be required. Well, and if you want to do a 3D printing, making this casing right here possible, you can also do it just like what I said. You can put it into the blender and you can 3D print all of it if you want to. So, and again, it depends on you of how to design this thing right here. And there's like a lot of reference in the internet world out there, like in the Pinterest or in some websites out there, you know, that you can get the reference from. But well, of course, it turns out that it works out pretty well, and it's pretty satisfying. And I can even see my camera is flipped to the other way. So, and this has been the response video regarding to the DIY raster finder right here, and I hope y'all enjoyed this response video right here. And If you want to see me do some nonsense stuff, or you want to see me play Minecraft more, or you want to see me do some real life videos like this, or you want to see me do some more review stuff, so please 你們 like comment และก็ที่สำคัญมากเลยนั่นคือการกดปุ่ม subscribe สีแดงให้ผมด้วยแล้วมันจะเป็นกำลังใจให้ผมในการทำคลิปต่อๆไปทั้งในวันนี้และก็ในอนาคตด้วยนะครับ and this has been the response video. We're going to this DIY virtual camera right here, and this video here is going to be completely unscripted because I never prepared a script like for so long now. And I'm sorry if there's just a pause right here that was stuttering, so I might have to edit it out anyway. Alright, it doesn't matter anyway. And I will see y'all there in the next one, where I'm going to make more awesome quality content like this, or you want to see me play Minecraft like this. Although I was watching the other YouTuber playing it though. So, alright, I will see y'all there in the next one. Bye bye, สวัสดีครับ